Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Chamness at Sound Waves Heal. This month, animal helpers are stepping forward. These are elementals who are also animals in our world. And how they get to be here, they're going to tell us. They're going to tell us a little bit more about themselves, and they're going to help us anchor into the new Earth timeline.
I apologize. When I recorded this earlier today, my mic wasn't set to the right setting, and so it's a little bit muffled. I hope that you will enjoy my usual professional sounds in every other recording, but forgive me on this one. So I'm turning on the closed captioning if you can't understand it. Thank you so much.
So these are the 5 I'm talking to today. We have Pompuda, who's a ladybug, Sansi, which is a brown owl, a seahorse named Draken, a whale named Owkada, a spider named Flo, and actually a Spinosaurus named Zimpf. So let's talk a little bit about animals who are elementals. Today, of course, we have our 5. We have a lot of Arctic animals. Those are mainly galactic, but also elemental. So they do have a lot of crossover. Whales, for instance, are galactical and they're also elemental. And of course, it's like a fine line of what you want to call them one way or another, such as an octopus is a really galactical being, so that won't be included in this month, but we could include any of the beings from the Arctic who are also elementals like polar bear, penguin, narwhal, or any of those beings. Of course, we have whales, we have dolphins, we've known about them for a long time. We also have dragonflies and rhinos, and there's going to be more coming up as the tag team, as we call it, the mediums, who are part of TAG, come forth with more and more animals to come speak with us. I want to start off with this term, animal anchors. So the first thing that they told me is that they are anchoring us into a new Earth. Of course, we all know we're going towards a new Earth, a higher vibration for this planet. But they're saying that they are our animal anchors and that there's a way that they're going to anchor us into the new Earth, that we can follow them and they will help us. So this was actually come to me from a crow. So the crow is also another one. There's going to be more popping up, I think, as we get through this masterclass. They want to help us step into our new reality, into ascended Earth, and they want to anchor us into that timeline. So there's a lot about manifesting this month. What do you want to manifest? Get clear on what you want to manifest. There's a lot about that as well. So let's go ahead and start bringing them in so that I can trance channel them for you so we can get the information straight from the source. So Pompuda is first. Let's see what she has to say. She is a ladybug. As you say, it is a very fine line between elemental and galactic. For some of us are elementals from another planet or plane or reality. And I am one of those. And yes, some of us are very, very tiny on this realm. Some so small you could never see us. And you may never find us with or without a microscope. But for ladybugs, we come from another realm. We come actually from Lyra. Here I'm telling her realm sounds like you come from another universe, but she's saying that realm, planet, plane of existence, this is all pretty much under the same category for galactic, although for us, we're trying to categorize it a lot so that we understand it. She's kind of saying there's no way to really understand it, so just go with it. Okay, so I'll bring her back in. Yes, some of us help you to anchor. So we draw your attention and we take your energy in and anchor it. And for us, since we can go all over the ground and be very close to the ground, we help you anchor to the new Earth Gaia, the Gaia Ascended Earth Grid. That is part of what we have been doing for a long time. But there is a new layer of energy now where we want to help teach you how you will anchor there through us and through these other beings that have stepped forward, or through any kind of animal elemental that steps forward for you, so that you know how to anchor yourself more fully into this higher realm, this higher plane, and new timeline, or however you would like to call the ascension of the planet Earth. Okay. So, but I don't think she wants to tell us yet. She wants me to go on to Sansi, brown owl, but we are going to get some good information out of them. Okay, so Sansi is brown owl. Owls have been here for a very long time, and we watch and learn. And we know that you feel our studious nature for the legends, and all that you associate us with wisdom is correct. We come from the Pleiades, so we are also a galactical elemental. I believe that these two terms are very confusing for you. An elemental is someone who is from the Fey realm, which means that in the Pleiades, the brown owls are considered as you would consider a unicorn or a fairy. We are not mystical animals, therefore they are higher vibration, fifth dimension, and so they see all elementals, and we are one of them. And of course, even these fae that you cannot see with your third dimensional eyes are just a higher plane and not mystical at all. You have been taught they are mystical because it has been hard to believe. And we appreciate your belief in things unseen. How do we help you anchor into New Earth? We draw your attention away from thoughts that are straying you from the timeline. When you are having thoughts or feelings that are tilting towards the negative and bringing your attraction, your manifesting to lower vibrational things, then we make a noise, or we flap our wings, or we hoot, and we bring you back. And that is how we all do it. We make noises, we capture your attention, and we bring you back at least to nature. In nature is where the cross is. This is where you cross over to this higher realm. Nature brings everyone to a higher position, a higher vibrational space. And so we bring you back. That is how we have done it for a long time. Now we'd like to bring you higher than that. And so if you can connect to us, attune to us in any way that you can, then we can give you specific instructions on what to do next. Now there are many on your planet who still retain this kind of information from long, long ago. They understand that animals have much to teach, and you would know this knowledge from your natives in many lands who kept their knowledge. And that is how you have information on spirit animals and spirit totems, animal totems. This is all intertwined with the elemental realm and our help that we bring from other planes and galaxies. And so it is not so easy to categorize us, but we are loosely in these categories that you have created. However, it is a big network, for we are all souls who have come into this realm just as you. We have chosen a different body, or we have shape-shifted our body into a one that is acceptable for your realm. Okay, so this is great information. I did get some information about how some beings have shape-shifted into beings we can see from other ones that we know, such as a unicorn shape-shifting into a seahorse, or a dragon shape-shifting into a dragonfly, or fairies shape-shifting into fireflies. And the person who brought this up for me was Maggie Wolf, who you can find on my website, who is part of the tag team. She is our animal communicator. The one I did know was fairies and fireflies. And so it seems that, of course, here is her information being confirmed. So since I'm talking to Draken next, the seahorse, we can ask about the unicorn. I am Draken, and yes, we are unicorns who have shapeshifted. Not all of us, only certain ones, or some stay in the higher realms to help, for there is much unicorn energy that is needed at this time on this planet. And so we come forth to lend our help in any way that we can. And we shapeshift into a few different kinds of sea animals to help bring the seas to its vibration that it needs. Your seas are highly polluted and have many problems, and so it is quite difficult to continually bring up the vibration. And we work on it, as do many other beings. And the small ones like us work together as a network and to make a larger space by connecting our bodies in a grid, which would be sacred geometry to you. We make a grid between us to clear. And whales carry this clearing as they move through large spaces. The larger animals can clear large spaces as they go, and this is what they are doing always. You must be anchored into this fifth dimensional grid by both land and sea and air. And so there is much help in many spaces to help you get there. There is so much help. I imagine that this medium would never run out of beings to step forward to explain more of how they help you ascend to new earth. That is true. I have been doing this tag Lightworkers since 2018, and there seems to be no end to beings who will step forward to help us. So that's really amazing. Okay, so whales next. So Maggie has also told me that whales are dragons who are shapeshifted as well. And so I think that might have been what the seahorse was talking about. Now, we have done an entire month on whales. They are really important elementals, and they're also galactical beings. And they have told us all kinds of different things about how they come here and how they help. They talked about how they came in these living ships that were like almost like a huge whale ship that they came in, and that they come to many different places, and that they're all over. And the dolphins said the same. They're all over the world. They are really out everywhere trying to help in many different ways. So let's ask about if some of them are also dragons and what else we can learn about it. Some of us are dragons, and some of us are from our home planet. There are two kinds. In fact, there are many kinds of whales. And so that is both true. However, when it was the month of whales, you were not ready to hear about the elemental aspect. And so there are some elemental whales, and there are some galactical whales, and there are some of us who are both dragons in other realms, whales in this realm. It is very hard to explain, but we often take different bodies in different realms. For some realms, the air is closer to the sea, and in those realms, we are dragons. Sometimes we are dragons in the sea, water dragons or serpents. We take many forms, but our essence is always the same. And not all of us have taken all the forms. Some of us have and some of us haven't. There are many types of us, as there are many types of humans, and there are many types of Pleiadians, and there are many types of owls, and there are many types of spiders. But I would like to talk about something more important, which is going forward. We are always moving forward, and you are moving forward at a rapid rate now. And so look to us, to the animals, to anchor you. Anchoring you is a energetic force that we help you with. It is a type of grounding. It is not quite grounding. It anchors you into a higher space. And when you find an animal that feels very fey, feels very elemental, and it looks you in the eye, or it captures your attention, this is when you are being anchored. So go with the feeling if you can. If you can, take some time to meditate with the spirit of one of us or with one that you have connected with by closing your eyes and thinking of that being, and let what happens as one does in a meditation. You will find much. And we, of course, will bring you through a meditation in the tag month of June. So yes, as always in Tag Lightworkers, we have the offers which help us kind of stay on track on our Ascension timeline, or what we're doing with Ascension right now, releasing whatever we're supposed to release, and attuning to all kinds of beings. And usually the meditation is Healing Journey. And of course, you can do all that on your own as well. We like to do it together as a community. It really helps us kind of stay on track. And it's really nice to share our experiences with each other as well. So they will be bringing us on a journey in the meditation. Okay, let's talk to Flo. So Flo is a spider, and I know that many people don't like spiders because there's actually this whole thing where in past lives there's these large spiders who are intending us harm, and it's a very scary past life, and we're carrying over some of that fear from there. So I highly recommend, if you're afraid of spiders, to have it removed by a psychic healer. Remove your past life that is affecting you in this life, which is something I do as well. Okay, so let's talk to Flo, who is a sweet little black spider, non-harmful. As the wheel says, we all can shapeshift or have many forms. There are so many types of spiders on your planet, on our planet. And there are many types of spiders all over the universe, and there are many types of vibration as well. And so we are the fifth dimensional and the third dimensional that were called forward for this month. So we'll talk about ourselves. We are a few different species of plain black spiders, as some of us have dots. And of course, as you know, spiders are important on your planet, just as all insects play their role in the 3D. However, we are small and able to get into the homes, and we are able to connect with you and help you anchor. And this is also what we do as going forward. We are also to bring luck to you when you see us. This is not as commonly known, but that is part of the energy that we bring. We are a type of elemental. You will not find any fey places without spiders weaving and helping. Of course, here in the 3D, we weave our webs to eat, but in the 5D, it is different. For eating is not the same. We don't need the kind of sustenance that you need or that I need in this realm. Well, let's bring in Zimpf. A Spinosaurus. I mean, I really was like, really? A Spinosaurus? Like, that's who's coming? What about another T-Rex? That was really fun. And they were like, no, it's a Spinosaurus. So Spinosaurus is like a huge carnivore dinosaur. And I just thought that was crazy. Like, but also like the spider says, we have to eat on this planet. We have to eat in this 3D, just like we do. We have to eat. I mean, even vegetables have consciousness. So we all have to eat. And, you know, the 3D is a strange place. So, but I was just like, really? This like ferocious animal is an elemental? And they insisted. So let's find out more about this. And I think we got it about the anchoring. So, and there's no more Spinosaurus. So, how in the world are they anchoring us? So, let's tell us something new. Okay. Big and small. Shouldn't you know this by now? You expect the small, but then you are surprised by the big. This is part of the problem of the 3D, for many giants are unrecognized. And as you already know, there are many giants in the Fey realm. And we are a type of giant as well. And you may think us bloodthirsty. Sure, that is the 3D way, is it not? To eat, to live, it is what you must do. Of course, you can be mindful of it. And that is the problem of the modern world, knowing where your food comes from. It is not the same as it was when I was there. How do I help you anchor? It is because I have laid the original pattern for it. We laid many tracks of ley lines all over. And yes, some of us were dragons too. This medium was insistent that she felt that we were dragons too. Yes, yes, that is why sometimes dragons look like dinosaurs to mediums, because we are also, many of us, dragons at heart or in other forms. And so we laid down some ley lines. We worked on the ley lines as dragons still do, and we helped in that way kind of create a space to build upon your anchoring so long ago, way, way before you needed it. And so we're still here in spirit, and you may call on us to help you at any time, or you can call on us as dragons as well. Dragons, dragons, dragons. Who knew this month was going to be so full of dragons? That's what I said to Maggie. I was like, aren't the dinosaurs dragons? So we find out whales, dinosaurs, dragonflies. That was the other ones I thought too. And many other types. There's many kinds. So that's really interesting. I was wrong about the seahorse, though. I thought the seahorse was dragons too. And do get that they're unicorns, so that's really cool. Let's talk about manifesting help. So they want to help us with manifesting. What can they tell us about that now? So let's bring forth Sansi, is who I'm getting, is going to tell us a little bit about manifesting and this current time, which is June 2022. However, if you're watching this later, it could be that it is a time again where nothing's on accident. So if you're getting this message now, this message is for you in all time and space. Okay, so let's bring in Sansi. Manifesting. Well, you are manifesting all the time. As many of you know, everything that you do, you are bringing forward with your thoughts. And as I said before, we sometimes try to bring you back on track when you get off track, thinking too much on something that's not helpful to you. This is a great time of manifestation. And it seems like maybe not, because there is so much in the world which is negative and is capturing your attention. Don't you know that this is on purpose? For since it is a time of great manifestation, the dark is trying to keep you from manifesting your highest good and highest timeline. And so there is so much everywhere you look, which shows you something to worry about. And that is how it is designed. But in fact, you can manifest great things. And that's what we would like to help you with. When you see the form of an owl, whether you see us in real life, as you say, or if you see us as a picture or as a picture in your mind, or as an emoji, or as any kind of art, then you know to remember to come back to the positive side of manifesting, for it is quite difficult as a human not to manifest bad things, for your brain works overtime many times. So we like to help with that. But know that you can manifest whatever it is that you do want. And that is why we're here this month. Connect to us, travel with us. Let us help you manifest what it is that you want. And that is the great question. What is it that you want? I want you to spend time thinking about it. What is it that you want? That is the question, right? So I'm going to give you my advice on how you get clear on what you're trying to manifest. When you're trying to manifest something, you need to boil it down to why. So let's say you're saying, I want to win the lottery, or I just want to be able to make $100,000 a month. Why? Why do you need that? Because that is a very specific thing to manifest. And it's very hard to manifest a very specific thing like that because you are narrowing the ability. So trying to manifest a winning lottery ticket is a very specific thing. Trying to manifest what it is that you really want, freedom, not worrying, a release from worry, feeling abundant in all ways. So what you really want is to feel abundant, to feel ease. Perhaps you're stressed about money. You want to feel financial ease, or although I would be careful about saying things like financial freedom, financial ease, because you might bring to you, zero money, that then you're completely free from finances, right? So you want things to be taken care of, to be relaxed. You want to feel very abundant in all ways. Well, what if you suddenly have everything taken care of in a different way? That's more than one way to reach this feeling that you want. It doesn't have to be the pinhole thing of that you win the lottery, but there could be many ways that everything is taken care of and that you are calm and not worrying about it. And one thing could be even just a bump in how much money you make somehow, or maybe things are paid off, or maybe we're finally in that next stage of ascension where we aren't stuck on this kind of Babylonian money slavery system. And so suddenly you're free of debt. That could make a huge difference for Americans. So there's so many ways to get the feeling, but there's only one way to get the lottery ticket. So this is just a great example of how get to the feeling. What is it that you want? And then try to manifest that, because then the universe can work its magic for you in all different kind of ways that you haven't even thought of. So that's the best way to do that. So what else do you want? Maybe you want to feel safe. Maybe you want to feel joy more often. And we really need to get to the feeling. What is the feeling you're trying to manifest? So really get clear on that. The owl wants us to sit down and think about that, use your journal, and see what comes up for you, and see what it is exactly that you want, so that in the next steps of Tag Lightworkers this month, when we attune and when we journey and when we have our manifesting schedule, that we can really be clear on what we want, so that we can really anchor in this new timeline, so that we can really learn what we're supposed to learn and heal what we're supposed to heal, and really get us on that higher realm. So lately, every month, we're just getting, this is the next step, this is the next step. And it really is, we're really in like the heart of ascension right now. We're really getting up there. So this month, let's manifest everything that we want. I mean, what else could you want but to manifest everything that you want, right? So thank you, animals. I'd love to hear from you if you know more animals who are elementals, if you're a medium, or if you are in touch with your spiritual side and able to bring forth messages from your spirit guides or in dreams. I'd love to hear animals that just give you that claircognizance, knowing that there are more than just animals. Of course, a quick word about pets. Pets are light beings or galactical beings who come into the pet form to help us on this journey. So pets are a whole thing. So before I get a whole lot of comments about your dog or your cat, that's a totally different thing. They are here for specific purpose to really help us personally, each one of us personally. So pets are sort of different things. So think about this. You wanted to come to Earth, and when you decided to come to Earth, all the spots were taken. All of us who are humans now, we got those first spots. We already won the lottery. We're here on Earth. And so then people said, maybe I'll come as a pet instead. There's still some open spots for animals or for pets or for other beings on this Earth. And pets are really a special thing because they really do help us a lot. They really help us with healing, and they help us get through this world. And that's why it's so devastating when we lose them. And there are a lot of pets lately who are leaving this realm, which is very, very sad. And it's really hard on everyone. But there are also a lot of pets coming in as well. So some are leaving to make room for new ones. And Maggie Wolf talks about that a lot. In fact, if you have a problem with a pet, you can have a session with her anytime. You can find her on my website. You can find the link to get a session with her if you have some problems with your pets. So thank you so much. I get that that's all they want to bring through for the masterclass for now, and learn more as we go on this month. So I'm looking forward to the attendance and the masterclass and the sigil and all the beautiful things that the tag team brings forward. And that's a link to find the tag team on my site, especially Maggie Wolf, if you're thinking about a session for your animals. Hey, before you go, you should check out my Dimensional Oneness retreat in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee this summer. There's still some spots available for July, and you can see the link below, and it's going to be great fun. We are talking to elementals as well, the Smoky Mountain elementals, especially creek boogies and river nymphs. So I can't wait to go, and I hope to see you there. I would love it if you liked and subscribed and hit the notification bell. And I want to hear everything that you want to tell me in the comments below. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming.